Welcome to this 15-minute evening yoga, which is going to stretch our whole body and prepare us for an optimal sleep. Let's come to lie down flat on our backs, extending the legs wide, arms resting by the sides with the palms facing up. In this mini shavasana, how we would usually end our practice, but we want to take a moment before we start moving to ground the full body down into the mat, to arrive in the space that we're in, completely letting go of the day thus far and bringing all our awareness inside the body, noticing how the breath is moving. And let's start to take fuller, deeper inhales in and full, complete exhales out. Gently start to reach your arms up above the head, finding a full body stretch from the fingertips into the toes. And then hug your knees into the chest. And let's interlace the fingers around the right shin and extend the left leg long onto the mat. Right knee is hugging into the chest, stretching into the right psoas, the left hip flexor. And from here, let's interlace the fingers behind the right thigh and start to straighten and bend into the right leg. The leg doesn't have to go fully straight when we extend the leg. We just want to feel it out in the right hamstring here. And the next time that the leg is kind of straight, you can keep your hands behind the thigh, or you can bring them behind the right shin. Or maybe you want to grab your big toe with the peace fingers, finding a full hamstring stretch now, trying to straighten the right leg while keeping the left hip grounded fully down into the mat. And it doesn't matter how high the leg goes here. We don't want to force anything. We just want to focus on the sensations in the right leg. Most likely a very deep stretch, but try to stay with it. Maybe you're holding onto the thigh. That's perfect. Wherever you are, let's take our last full breath in here. And exhale, rebend the right knee, hug it into your chest. And let's switch sides. Extend the right leg long and bring the left knee in, relaxing the right hip down and stretching into the left psoas. And then interlacing the hands behind the thigh and starting to straighten and bend the left leg. Again, the leg doesn't have to go fully straight. We just want to warm up the hamstring, stretching it softly. And let's move into our full hamstring stretch, maybe bringing the hands behind the shin or grabbing the big toe with the peace fingers or holding on to the thigh. Wherever you are, focusing on the sensations in the left hamstring, trying to keep the right hip grounded down and try to straighten the left leg fully. So no bend in the left knee. And still breathing fully, so keeping that deep breath going, signaling our nervous system that we're safe, that everything's okay, to surrender fully to the stretch. Last round of breath here, full inhale in. And with the exhale, rebend the left knee, hug the knee into your chest, bring the right knee in as well. You can gently rock from side to side. And then bring your hands behind the thighs to come all the way up. Crossing the ankles, rolling over the knees to come into a tabletop position with the hands underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. Let's move into our cat-cow. With the next inhale, drop your belly, arch your spine and look up. Exhale, chin to the chest, rounding the spine, pressing the palms into the mat. Inhale, find your cow pose, arching the spine. And exhale, chin to chest, rounding. Last round, inhale to arch and exhale, rounding the spine. Let's come back to a neutral spine, moving a little bit more into the wrists. Start to walk your fingertips towards the sides of the mat. If that's enough, stay there. Otherwise, continue the walk to bring the fingertips to point towards the knees, and from there starting to rock forwards and backwards. The palms can lift off the mat when we lean back. And then coming back to all fours, bring the fingertips to point forwards. And let's move into our first downward facing dog. So tuck your toes and lift your hips up high, pedaling out the feet, bending the knees, soothing ourselves into that down dog, noticing how it feels. And let's find stillness, making sure the feet are hip distant, palms are spread wide. Inhale, lift your right leg up, three-legged dog, and exhale, bring the right knee into your chest, and then place the right shin down into the mat, setting up for half pigeon, extending the left leg long behind, coming high onto the fingertips to lift the chest, look up, and then folding over the right shin, bringing the forehead down into the mat and relaxing the whole body down. Stretching into that outer right hip. Slowing down the breath. And gently making our way back up. Press into your palms, tuck the left toes to step the right foot back into the down dog. Maybe you want to move your legs a bit. And just taking a moment here in this down dog, finding length in the spine. Pressing the palms evenly into the mat. Full inhale in. Full exhale out. With the next inhale, lift the left leg up and then bring the left knee down into the mat, left chin down, extending the right leg long behind, coming up onto the fingertips, look up, arch your spine, and then fold the upper body down onto that left chin, maybe bringing the forehead down and fully surrendering the body down into the mat. Letting go of any effort, feeling the sensations in the outer left hip, and keeping our awareness with the breath. Let's slowly make our way back up, press into your palms. And from here, we're going to roll onto the outer left hip to swing the right leg all the way around, coming into cow face pose, Gomukhasana, by stacking the knees on top of each other. You can come forward onto the knees and bring your heels apart to then sit the hips back in between the heels. Trying as best as possible to stack the knees on top, and inhale, sit up tall. With the exhale, slowly folding forward or staying seated upright, whatever is available, whatever feels good. Stretching into the outer hips and maintaining our full breath, inhaling in, exhaling out. Lifting ourselves back up And from here we'll do a fun transition. Walk your fingertips over to the left, lifting the hips up to the left, keeping the feet where they are, and then sitting the hips down again. So we've basically just switched sides now. So we have the left knee on top of the right. If it didn't work out for you, just switch sides now. So bringing the left leg on top of the right, knees on top of each other, and maybe finding that forward fold. Stretching into the hips, relaxing the head, the neck, softening the face, keeping our breath going. And lifting back up, bringing the legs long in front, straightening them, and then reach your arms forward, round your spine and start to roll down vertebrae by vertebrae, bringing the whole spine down into the mat, bending the knees. Let's find a spinal twist, one of my favorites. So good to neutralize the spine. Lift your legs up, bending the knees, and then just drop the knees over to the right, gaze over the left fingertips, grounding the left shoulder down into the mat. You can bring your right hand on top of the outer left knee to draw the legs closer towards the mat, deepening the twist, but try to stay grounded with the shoulder. And then lift back up to center and dropping the knees over to the left, gaze over the right shoulder, the right fingertips, grounding the shoulder down and breathing fully. And then bring the knees back up, extending the legs towards the ceiling, pointing the toes. Maybe you want to come into your plow pose, then you can bring the feet behind the head, or you stay in Viparita Karani, easy legs up the wall, letting the blood flow into the opposite direction. If you have a wall close by, then you can even bring the legs really up against the wall and staying there. Otherwise, you can hug your knees into the chest now, bring the forehead to your knees, and finding our last and final pose, Shavasana, extending the legs wide and the arms wide, closing down the eyes. If you have your leg up against the wall, just stay there. It's a perfect place to end the practice and to prepare for bed. Calming down the mind, calming down our thoughts, feeling the whole body melting down, feeling every tiny little muscle relax and soften. And bringing our awareness to our third eye point between the eyebrows on the forehead, and sending lightness there, softness, relaxing all the muscles on the forehead, the eyebrows, the eyelids, allowing the body to seize in the benefits from our practice. You can stay wherever you are or gently start to move the body again, reaching the arms up above the head, hugging the knees into the chest, and rolling onto your right side using the right arm as a pillow for your head. Thanking the body for the practice and for being so healthy. And let's sit back up in a cross-legged seat, keeping the eyes closed. Finding a tall spine, rolling the shoulders down, and bringing the hands in front of the heart. Lift your hands up to your third eye point for clear and kind thoughts. Lower the hands in front of the lips to speak kind words, and bringing the hands back to heart center to feel and give love and kindness. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I wish you a really nice and sleepy night, and I hope you feel relaxed and stretched. If you like this video, it will mean the world to me if you give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to stick with your yoga practice. And I send you lots of love. See you soon. Bye.